Hey folks, um, I teach mindfulness meditation, and um, I really study or try to study the all aspects of Buddhism, and I'm very much into it. I don't know if one ever really becomes a Buddhist because it's a practice. So it's a practice for your mind and your approach on how to take in stimulus and pressures of the world and and um, see and um, and the awareness of your own feelings and learning yourself and your own reactions and just getting to know yourself. So there's really nothing to believe. You're just practicing the process of the Eightfold Path and the four Brahma Viharas and whatnot. Um, but I really appreciate it. What I also appreciate is Christianity, and that's even more unpopular these days. And I think the more unpopular it gets, the more I appreciate Christianity, because I know so many Christians who it doesn't faze them at all to be, you know, basically called, Nazis for being Christian, and um, Christianity gave so much to the world, and we really don't realize that. So this I'm going to talk about Christianity in this episode, and also give a few books for reading, um, and not like Christian books, but books on history that kind of just show by very secular people, non-Christian oriented books, but just show the significance of the movement of Christianity, what it meant, how big a change it was for the world. One of those books is Lost to the West, History of the Byzantine or Eastern Roman Empire, as it is properly called, and that's by Lars Brownsworth. And that just is, Eastern Roman Empire moved to Constantinople because it was losing a lot of land from the northern tribes, and a lot of stuff was opening in the east, and the money was all in the east, so they focused there. So Rome didn't make sense as a capital anymore, and they just decided to move the capital. But because later on Europe betrayed them, and there was a lot of shame in that, I think that is a big reason why they denied, like scholars and everybody since from Europe has denied that the Eastern Roman Empire was still Rome. When they were called Rome, they had all their old Roman um, laws and customs, and they called themselves Romans, and everybody in the world called them Romans. But now the West is sort of trying to rewrite history to call them Byzantian or Byzantine Empire. Um, and they never even used the word at all. It was the word from the town that had been located roughly in the same area, you know, in ancient times before them. Okay, so that book shows the significance of development of Christianity, shows it really well, and how those thoughts got disseminated throughout the world, because of the nature of Christianity having this debate and them being the inheritors of the, the great philosophers and the Ionian thinkers. They inherited the logic, um, tradition, and so they're very, very important in the development of Western thinking, empirical science, and the development of literature, and every aspect of Western civilization, and a lot of Eastern civilization as well. Um, don't forget that as early as the 5th century, or even the 4th century, the Christianity was spread as far as India, and shortly thereafter it went all the way to China. So it was very influential. Genghis Khan was Christian at first, and many of his men were Christian. I think Kublai was Buddhist, and at the very end he changed for Taoist. But there were lots of Christians in his court, and it was very influential. Of course, they conquered more territory than any empire in the history of the world. So Christianity was very important, but now we get this view partially because of a skewed view of the Crusades. There were 7 Crusades, and only 2 of them really were against Muslims, and only one of those was really effective in any way. So it's blown out of proportion. There were very minor, really, incidents in history where you're talking about armies of less than 30,000 people and stuff like that. So there's that. But like, I follow the Bernie sites, the Bernie pages, and there was a post about getting rid of Christianity, and that's this great step in human evolution and progress. And of course, that's also the first step in creating a socialist and communist society, because that's what Marx wrote. You have to replace you have to replace the belief system with the government, because it doesn't. If people have God, they have hope, and if they have hope, they won't rely on the government. Hope in their God, faith in their God. So it's very important to remember that that Christianity is an alternative to this totalitarian rule, and actually there hasn't been any really like Christian totalitarian rulers. Of course, authoritarian and kings and whatnot. But most importantly, Christianity in history led to the development of the Byzantine Empire, the Eastern Roman Empire, which created the Western law, the Western legal system under Justinian, which is what all legal systems in the West are based on now, and it was completely separated from the church. Of course, the church had power, a lot of power. They had power and influence, but only insofar as everybody believed it, and it was pretty unified in that way. So they had a lot of power because if a priest or a bishop preached to the people, they would take his word. So I got this question, because I said that, um, I defended Christianity, and I'm only a Christian insofar as I would say only, but I'm pretty loosely affiliated. I love the religion. I love the study of religions in general, and I definitely believe in the teachings of Christ. So, and I said so much regarding a post that was very, very anti-religion on the Bernie site, and then somebody said, well, I said, basically I said, isn't it ironic that, I said, isn't it ironic that the people who call themselves, people who hate religion the most, call themselves the Bernie believers? And I just thought that was funny. And one person responds and says, we believe in Bernie because he is tangible. We can see him, we know he's real, and we can have some interaction. Can you say the same about your God? Well, okay, I mean, we can't. So my response was, we can't see the quantum dimension, or the Big Bang, or magnetic forces, and more importantly, but we still believe in those things. But more importantly, theists believe in the infinite complexity of the universe, most of which we will never understand. And there is a force, a God, whatever, that binds us all together, right? And I mean, that's basically, like, Christians believe that and more, but that's where they start from. The omnipresent God, and Christians believe humans are not infinitely wise, but are humble mortals, and so God sent a human Son of God to walk among us and explain things in our terms, and we just have to accept that, it is more, we're critters, we're animals, and if you want to understand things, you can either have faith in science, and I think what most people do is they have faith in science, but they just wait for a scientist to say something and they just believe it, which is faith. That's just a faith-based religion. I don't care what you say. If you're studying it and you're doing empirical research, then maybe it's not a faith. But if you just take somebody's word for something, that's faith. And so Christians just want somebody, whether it's metaphorical or real, they want to have an image of a guy that came down and was one of them, and was able to relate to them in real terms. And it doesn't really matter that everything actually happened. There's such a thing as metaphor, and there's such a thing as allegory, and Jesus used a lot of allegory, and that kind of stuff was first done in probably just those ideas. So Christ's main principles were charity, love, and kindness, and that was the first time those ideas had come to that region of the Eastern Mediterranean, Middle East, that whole region. A little bit later, Buddhism would be introduced, but Buddhism was about 500 years older than Christianity, and it came from India or Nepal, kind of northern India region. So course, it was very influential, I think. A lot of people don't think that, but we can talk about that in another episode. But the important thing here is that Christianity brought these concepts in where people, I mean, Christianity got a lot of flack, and most scholars in Rome blamed Christianity and its principles of charity and love and forgiveness and kindness. They blamed that on the weakening of the empire. It may or may not have had anything to do with truth, but that was the perception of Christianity back then, and it was true. Like, at least on relatively speaking, they were all basically tired of war and tired of violence and tired of authoritarian rule, and they believed that there was a higher power looking out for them and turn the other cheek and all that charity and grace kind of stuff. And it was a very refreshing religion. And in the next I'm going to talk about the idea that Jesus came, that Jesus might have been a Buddhist, and I think that's a really fun theory, but it has a lot of merit, and you can make your own judgment. But yeah, I'm in conclusion, I'm just a little bit sad to see that that everybody is hating on Christianity so much when for hundreds of years, I mean, like they changed a society that was into sacrifice and sacrificing animals and lots of authoritarian rule and very brutal, pretty much brutal society, and they transformed it and really made education. The Eastern Roman Empire had education for boys and girls and math and advanced arts and sciences, and it was just a very open and just a great egalitarian open society was. And of course they still had an supreme ruler, but it was a huge step for civilization. And Helena, the mother of Constantine, was one of the first people to say this is, to really articulate that this was the role of Christianity, the idea of charity and giving to the poor and all that. So, let's do a little bit of appreciating Christianity and appreciating the message of peace and love. And I think most Christians are the first to admit that humans, we all don't live up to the standards, but it's nice to have the goal, and it's nice to have the image of one guy who existed a long time ago, and it had to be a guy because we have to admit that guys are responsible for most of the violence in the world. So if you saw a woman as the great spiritual leader, would say, well, that's okay for a woman, but but to see a guy, it's more important for men to see it as a guy, to inspire peace. It's more important for it to be a guy to inspire peace than if it was a woman to inspire peace. So, and Jesus is a good example of a peaceful person. So That's nice, compare and contrast. Like, Buddha was very peaceful. Lao Tzu was very peaceful. Mahavira was extremely peaceful. Krishna, not so much. Muhammad, definitely not. But if you're looking for peaceful examples, Christ was among the best. So I think that's good for people. Let me know what you think.